Yo, what's going on, guys? K7 Showoff here, and today we're back with another guide on the DashFight channel. Thank you so much for having me back. And in today's video, we're going to be going over Reiko. But before we do that, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you for all things DashFight on this great channel, they got a lot of good content coming for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy. So to start off, we're going to talk about Reiko. I'm just going to talk a little bit about his archetype. So he is a grappler. So he does come with a command grab. It's a high, so you can duck it, but he is, you know, one of the few characters in this game with the command grab, so he would be considered a grappler. But this character, the way he is designed, is he's also one of the best zoners in the game. So you have a mix of the best of both worlds, pretty much. So you can zone, sit there and zone your opponent out with an amazing projectile, or you can get up close and condition your opponent with some really good strike throw mix-ups. So for your traditional grappler archetype, you would assume that this character is pretty much not really blessed in the normals department, but that is not true at all. I think Reiko has some of the best buttons in the game. They're not really the best as far as like on block, but some of the range is just insane. As you can see, this is his back three. It's an insane range on this normal. Stand 3, really good range. Stand 4, same thing, really good range. And then his best mid option is actually pretty. It reaches deceptively far. Doesn't look like it does, but it does reach pretty far. But we're not going to go into those normals just yet. We're going to talk about his stand normals. So stand 1 is, you know, your standard 7-frame punish button. So it also combo starts for you if you're able to land a hit on a punish, or, you know, you get a nice little duck on a throw or something. You can find a nice combo. Stand 2 pretty much is the same thing, and they're both very good on block. If your opponent is blocking them, that's plus. That's neutral. That's also +1, and then 2-1 is +2. Everything that he does pretty much has, you know, plus frames attached to it. So with these really good buttons up close and combined with a really solid mid and a command grab, you can see that this character has no problem opening people up. Now, even when he's in the mid range, he also has his longer range buttons like stand 3 and stand 4. These are high, so they can be ducked, but these are typically used for anti-air. So like if your opponent jumps in the air, these would be your good anti-air options. Moving on, back 3 is probably his best and his longest reaching mid. Forward 1 is 16 frames, so it's slightly slower than back 3, but back 3 has some insane range on it. It is -13 on block, but if spaced properly, you can find yourself pretty much safe all the time when you use this move. But yeah, that's pretty much his best mid as far as like long reaching. But a forward 1 is your hit confirmable safe, you know, forward 1-2 string mid. It works very well. And last but not least, we're going to talk about his forward 4. Now this is also a very far reaching mid, but it doesn't combo or anything on hit. It just leaves you knocked down. So if you throw this out, you're just looking for a knockdown on your opponent to keep playing your zoning game that you've been doing pretty much the whole time. And yeah, that's pretty much all his useful far reaching buttons. But when you're up close, he also has some really good buttons as well. We have back 2, which is a 13 frame high that is +8 on block. So that gels into your stand 1. So you can do back 2 to stand 1 into command grab, or you could do back 2, go straight into the grab, or, you know, back 2 and then go into your mid. You pretty much, the world is yours if you manage to land back 2 on your opponent. And not only do we have a nice +8 high, we also have an overhead. So this is -6 on block and a 60 frame overhead, and it knocks down on hit, so it doesn't lead to a combo or anything. But you can't complain about just having an overhead that, you know, you can just kind of throw out on your opponent to manage to get some free damage on. And this damage actually adds up very quickly. So forward 2 is 9%. It does 9% damage, so that's 9%, 18, that's 27, 36. You know, it adds on pretty quickly. 36% is combo damage. So 4 overheads would be considered a full combo, pretty much, which is not hard to get either because it's not reactable. Then once your opponent starts standing to block the overhead, boom, we got a command grab. So yeah, command grab city, and if we use the right cameo, we can get a combo off of it as well. So as you can see, the game plan works pretty much. It works for itself. So yeah, those are, I would say for the most part, all of his most notable normals. Now we're going to talk about his special moves. First things first, we have what's retaliation. This is a parry. It parries highs and mids. So if my opponent were to throw an attack at me and I do my retaliation, it would I get a parry. So the meterless version is just parries the attack and you get a knockdown. 9% damage, but if you EX it, you can actually get a combo off of it. So it works, you know, as you would expect a parry to work. It parries highs and mids, and you know, if you amp it, you get a combo off of it. Nothing too crazy there. Next, we'll talk about the command grab. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about the command grab. Command grab, you know, you cannot tech command grabs in this game. It's a true throw, but you can duck it. So if your opponent is set to, you know, if your opponent is just ducking and not blocking, because you can't be blocking while ducking, to dodge it. But yeah, if you're just sitting there ducking, then you will be able to get out of the command grab. But if your opponent is blocking, so if you condition your opponent to pretty much sit there and block the whole time, so I'm gonna set it to stance hold, the command grab will still work. But there's a caveat to this, because if your opponent is ducking and you're like, oh no, I can't get him on my command grab, if you spend the 2 bars, it becomes a mid and it does 21% damage. So you have a mid command grab if you're willing to spend the bar for it. So yeah, if your opponent just kind of sitting there ducking all your command throws and you manage to have 2 bars, you're like, okay, I don't want him to duck this anymore. Boom, I got a little, you know, nice little combo for using my mid command grab. This only works with Darius assist. I have not found another assist that lets him combo off of this just yet, but I'm still doing some labbing, some testing myself. Next special move that we're going to talk about is projectile. His back forward 2, his ninja stars. Now this is one of the best projectiles in the game, not only because it comes out fast and the recovery is pretty good, it's just it hits so many times that it actually negates a lot of what characters want to do. So Sub-Zero, for instance, if Sub-Zero does ice clone, this typically will eat projectiles, but Reiko, the way his ninja stars work is that he throws 3 of them. So when he throws the ninja stars, 1 of them will beat the ice clone and the other 2 will still go through. This also works on Sub-Zero cameo as well. So if your opponent has Sub-Zero cameo on them, it depends on the certain range, but like if you're up close on your opponent and you throw the ninja stars, or if you throw 2 sets of normal ninja stars, sorry, you'll actually break your opponent's Sub-Zero armor. You actually don't need to worry about people who are using Sub-Zero cameo against you, because you can kind of just, you know, chuck some ninja stars at them, and yeah, they're pretty much done for. If you EX it, it breaks it right away. He's like the only character in the game that can actually just deal with Sub-Zero cameo just off of his base kit. You don't really need to do much of anything. There's no real playing around it or anything like that. You just kind of beat the Sub-Zero armor, which is great for Reiko, but anybody who's using Sub-Zero cameo, not so much. Next move we're going to talk about is his tactical takedown. This is his armored move. So if your opponent is pressuring you on wake up, or you know, whatever the case is, if you do the EX version, you can grant yourself 1 hit of armor and you will dive with your opponent, do a little tackle, side switch, give him a couple hits, and that'll be that. It does 11%, and it is also your combo ender. So whenever you're doing combos or Reiko, your down back 3 is typically the ender that you'll be going for. It does side switch, so keep that in mind, but it leaves you plus 15, which is just enough time to press forward 1 and pretty much jail them for trying to wake up and do anything. You can't mash on it, you can't really do much of anything. And yeah, you can also use command grab to end your combos. This is just a little side note. You don't have to use the tactical takedown. Command grab does work as well, but the Oki is not as good, so we're just keeping that in mind. And the last special move that we're going to be talking about is his charging pain. This is his run. Now it has 2 versions of it. So you could do the running knee, which is your launcher. You can get this meterless, so it will launch meterless, and you can get a combo like that. And we also have the running slide, which if you do not spend the bar, it will not combo. But if you do spend a bar, then it will combo. So you can get a combo like that. That works if you manage to spend the bar on the slide. The inputs are a little different, so you have to press back forward 3 and then hold up if you want the knee. That's the only way the knee will come out. And if you want the slide, you just press back forward 3 and then the slide will come out automatically. You don't have to do any extra inputs for that. But those are all of Reiko's special moves. Some of them, they're pretty self-explanatory. You know, like I said, we got the projectile, we got the parry, we got the command grab, we have the run with the 2 different versions, and we have the combo ender as shown before. So yeah, those are all his special moves. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about B&Bs. B&Bs are pretty straightforward. So anytime you land a hit on your opponent, whether it be 1-2 or 2-1 or back 3, pretty much whenever you land any of these attacks, you want to be going into your back forward 3, but hold up so you get the knee. So for the sake of the video, I'll just be using forward 1-2 because this is also a common move that you'll be starting your combos off with. So this is what a simple B&B would look like. We'll start off meterless and then we'll work our way up. So this would be a meterless route right there. Pretty solid meterless damage. You get 26%, and that is off of our forward 1-2 string. And same thing, if you want to spend meter this time, we'll just do this. That is our 1-bar route, so we get 32% there, and we keep same side because we started the combo off or in the middle of the combo we used our EX slide, so we side switched, and then we did one more side switch with our down back 3 takedown or tactical takedown. So we got 2 side switches, which ended up leaving our opponent in the same side that, you know, they originally started off in, which is pretty much what we always want to go for. If you have the bar to spend, I would say just go for it. Now I'm going to show a little bit of Kameo specific combo routes. So if we wanted to do something like this, 1 second. So right there, that's using the Darius Kameo. We get a nice little 40% combo right there. It did use a bar and the full meter of Darius, which, you know, his standard normal assist does, but it does leave us with pretty good damage. We got 40% out of that. But you got to keep in mind, when you are using Darius for combos, you lose the ability to combo off the command grab. So just keep that in mind if you're ever just trying to just use Darius to combo off command grab, that you won't have it if you do use it in your normal bread and butter combos. Now we're going to talk about punishes for Reiko really quickly. So I'll just set Sub-Zero to do slide really quickly. Our best pretty much starter for our punishes is going to be forward 1. It's pretty much the same combo that it is the same combo that I showed you guys before. Forward 1 is a good punish, but you can start the combos off with something else. Like if your opponent is negative enough, you can use back 3 instead if they're pretty far away. So that'd be your long range punish, your back 3. So like right there, you just do back 3 straight into the launcher and into the same combo that I showed you guys beforehand. So it works out pretty well if your opponent, you know, notable opponents that have like long range moves or moves that keep them pretty far away and that are punishable, is like Melina's ball roll and stuff like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind whenever you're using back 3 for punishes. It is probably your best long range, your longest reaching button for punishes. Now we're going to talk a little bit about his fatal blow. Now his fatal blow is actually very interesting because this is a true throw. So if your opponent is sitting there blocking, I'll have him stance hold as well, so you can just see that he's blocking. If you do call a fatal blowout, your opponent is sitting there blocking in front of you, you will grab them and they'll just be eating fatal blow damage. So your opponent has to get out of the way of this, whether it's jumping or, you know, they have to jump to get out of it. But there's a mind game here because he does have a high fatal blow, or an air grab, I should say, for his fatal blow. So I'll just set the computer to jump. I mistimed it right here. Oh. There we go. So it will grab them out of the air if they're in the air. So it's kind of like a 50-50 for opponents in front of you and they know that it's a throw. So they might jump and you could just hold up and then you will grab them out of the air and get the same fatal blow that you just got. So that's just something to note about his fatal blow. Now we're going to get into some fatal blow combos. Okay, so for fatal blow combos, I'm going to show you guys 2 routes. And we're going to be fully cashing out on both of these routes. So just assume you have 3 bars. But you could also alter these combos in any way to make sure that you just tag on the fatal blow at the end of pretty much any combo route. You don't need to fully cash out. Something like this works. You could do the standard B&B, and instead of using your tactical takedown ender, you could just go into fatal blow. It just works as a combo ender pretty much. So any combo that you know with Reiko, you can just tag on fatal blow at the end. But now I'm going to be showing you guys the combo routes. Whereas if you get the command grab first, so we'll be doing the EX command grab for max damage. So this is how it will look. This is our max damage off of our EX command grab. So if your opponent decided to sit there and block and you had all this meter and you had fatal blow, then they pretty much lose the game. That's about 62%, I believe. Yeah, 62%. So yeah, that's the route you get off of the command grab. But let's say we do the strike first, or we do the strike instead. So looks something like this. We get about the same amount of damage. I think this is 61. So whether they get hit first or they get command grabbed, it doesn't matter. You're going to be eating 60% either way. This character is so dangerous when he's in fatal blow range. It's nuts. So I would for sure say that if you guys haven't already, please look to pick up this character. He's definitely a great character to add to your roster. Even I play him, so you know I typically play Kenshi, but you know Reiko's also very fun to play. So if you guys if you guys want to try him out, for sure go ahead and do so. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about cameos for him really quickly. There's quite a few options you could use, but the best that I have found, and also that other players have been messing around with as well, have been Darius and Striker. Darius, you use Darius if you want to combo off of your command grab. That's pretty much the main use of Darius. As far as using him with Reiko, it gives you an insane amount of damage as well. So there's really nothing to scoff at. If you do play Reiko Darius, it is a solid team. Reiko does not need help zoning, so you can kind of just sit there and zone and play away until they get close, and then boom, command grab, and then you're comboing off the command grab. It actually works really well with this playstyle. But Striker also helps out a lot because it helps you unblock. Now I don't think Reiko needs this extra mix up on block, but you can call in Striker for the quick overhead or the quick low after block strings to knock your opponent down or be plus on block. And also it allows you to use slide and neutral if you back yourself up with the grenades. So typically slide is punishable, but if you call out Striker and the grenades are coming out, you could slide at your opponent on block, and then if they try to punish you, Striker grenades will hit, and then you can get up and full combo punish, or they'll just get hit for trying to punish you. You don't always get a full combo, depends on what they do, but yeah, those are probably the two best cameos. Honorable mention goes to Kano. Kano just helps out a lot. It kind of does a little bit of what Striker does as far as being able to do slide and be safe, but he also helps out with combo routes and keeping yourself safe with just traditional block strings and calling Kano ball and things like that. So feel free to try them out for yourself, but the top two that everybody likes, pretty much just Striker Darius. But let me know what else you guys have been trying out in the comments down below, because there's definitely a lot to experiment with. All right, so last but not least, we're just going to do a quick recap. So Reiko is pretty much the only character in the game that has a solid game plan on two fronts. You could be a zoner pretty much and just walk back and throw projectiles at your opponent, spend and bar in between to make sure they're respecting your projectiles, and pretty much just kind of sit there and spam them at long range. But once your opponent finally gets close, you also have pretty decent buttons to keep your opponent in check and keep them away at the mid range. And then once we're up close, we have the command grab. We also have our really good 1-2 strings and 2-1 strings to make sure our opponents are blocking after we're taking our turn back and whatnot. And we also have a really solid decent range mid to confirm and launch them if they're not playing respectfully either. And then if they play too respectfully, like I said before, we still got the command grab that we also can combo off of. So if you're using the Darius assist, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much Reiko. If you guys did enjoy the guide, let DashFight know in the comments down below. Thank you guys once again for having me. And check out the other videos. There's a ton. I just did a Kenshi guide, so you guys go check that one out also. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.